Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video, and a smile is on this grey nasher right now, ladies and gentlemen, because we are well and truly in that rebuilding phase. It's no a word, it's no a key phrase, it's no something to say in the background to keep yourself distracted. It's actually happening right now, and we've discussed a couple rumours so far. Two of them has came to pass, and I think all of them will come to pass, spoiler alert, for the rest of the old videos. But we are obviously here to welcome the newest signing at this football club, and that is none other than the best Sterling that plays football. That's right, people, he's big, he's powerful, he's absolutely rapid, and he doesn't run like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So for me, that puts him above everyone else with that phenomenal second name. And aye, people, I'm absolutely buzzing with this one. You could probably tell when I made the rumour video a couple weeks ago. And just like the Kieran Dell rumour, I know there'll be some sections of the supporters on this channel who know a little bit about Mr. Sterling because they watched the rumour breakdown video. And equally, I know there'll be some people clicking on this video for the first time because you didn't trust me when I make a rumour video. But I think you might change over the next little while. We're obviously going to try and branch both camps and make everyone happy in today's video, whilst giving you all the information you need to know about the newest signing, but also keeping it fresh and not just repeating the stuff I've said in the actual rumour video. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's strap ourselves in and go ahead and discuss and welcome the latest signing. And I think the best place to start is actually discussing the latest news regarding the man, and that's of course the deal that he signed. He signed on a free transfer, he signed on a pre-cut, he signed on a Bosnia, whatever fancy phrase you want to use, people. He was at the end of his Chelsea contract. He had plenty of offers out there, and trust me, there was a lot of offers out there, even offering some more money here, there and everywhere, but he has decided to join the Ibrox revolution that is happening under Michael Beale this summer, and he wants to go ahead and win things. And it's the latter part of the phrase that he's obviously going to be a vital part, and it's what we need as a fan base, and again, it's what we need going into this summer. Fresh ideas, no more stale players who's been bogged down by the everyday grind of the SPFL for 5-6 years. No, we need sound fresh, and the big man, I imagine, will play a massive part in that, despite maybe on paper you're looking at his position and saying, hey, wait, does that say right back? What's actually gone there? We'll discuss all that, ladies and gentlemen, because of course, getting to the old bases, he is obviously a 23-year-old fullback by trade. Fullback, ladies and gentlemen, and the majority of his career he has spent at right back, and that has got a lot of people whispering and a lot of people talking. Is this the Tavernier replacement? It's obviously not going to be that way. And is this going to be something we see maybe him at right back and maybe a Tavernier worked as a right winger or a right midfielder? And I know there's a hell of a lot of conversation about that, but me, how I feel about that, for me, if you look at where Tav's been successful over his time at Rangers, and he has been viciously successful in terms of stats and statistics in our team, putting up goals, winning the top goal scorer the last 3 years in a row. What's bringing him that success to be able to go ahead and do that is of course the fact that he's playing at fullback in our formation, especially under Gerrard and Michael Beale the first time, and we've seen under Beale since he's came back. What he likes to do in his formation is have the right wingers, left wingers cut inside, and that creates gaps for the wingers to go and exploit, and that's what's brought Tavernier great success in this Rangers team. I think if you were to move on forward, ladies and gentlemen, that's completely nullifying everything he's known over the last 5-6 years, and it takes away the impact he's had regarding that aspect. And you're asking him to do a job he's never done before, people, and that's be a winger. And if you want to be a winger in Michael Beale's system, you need to be comfortable cutting inside and playing nice little intricate passes with the striker and the centre attacking mid, and that's definitely no Tavernier's game. So I just want to put to bed all that kind of conversation right now. I don't really see that happening. Again, it might, and it may go that way, but I just don't think it is. For me, yes, he is a fullback by trade, but if the longer you watch today's video, you will find out more about this lad and why I think the centre-back spot is the most interesting spot that you could potentially see a Sterling in, whether that is in a back three or even a back four. Do you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? That's Calvin Bassey alarm bells. I tried so hard not to always bring the Bassey comparisons into this video, because I know on one hand it can seem lazy, but on the other hand it brings expectations from maybe middling about here right up to here, because we're going to envision what Bassey was like his last season and how he was performing and earned that big money move to Ajax and instantly judge the young laddie on it. And it's probably not too fair in that aspect, but when you look at so many different areas in their game, there is a hell of a lot of similarities, and that's why I try and bring it to ease on the channel so you can start to paint the picture of what this player could potentially be. And that definitely is a cut from the same cloth, if you know what I mean. Big, physical, can run all day, get up and down that wing. He will be an impact player while he is playing at either fullback, but just like big Calvin Bassey, when he does go forward, his end products maybe not the best aspect of his game, and you can quite clearly see from the first days when Calvin Bassey, you looked at him say he's a lot more comfortable and a lot better defensively than the likes of the Barisics and everything like that. And I'm sure if you put Sterling at right back, the first thing you'd say right away is, by God, he's a hell of a lot better defensively than Tavernier. But again, you're losing what you have and what's been so successful in this formation, and that is going forward and creating havoc that way. So for me, I think you will naturally see him be played at centre back and maybe moved to centre back. He's done it in several games throughout his career, in fact plenty of games in his career, and I think if you look at the defensive issues we have had for a little while now, this is definitely a no-brainer, bringing in somebody like this who's so talented but so defensively strong that can play right back if you need it, give Tavernier a rest now and again. If you didn't trust young Devine to actually be a part of the squad to rotate, you've got somebody now who's a bit closer to Tavernier and won't limit or hurt the team, if you know what I mean. It's not a risk to play Sterling in this right back spot, but you can also cover the left back spot, and that's been a problem for us since Calvin Bassey did leave. Yes, we've got wee Ridvan, and if I'm honest, the last couple of games I have been absolutely so delighted with, because I've looked and says there's a player I thought, well, we're going to get. So I'm a bit more confident now, but if Barisic does move on, that's a player that's now able to cover that area. And of course you then have centre back, which he's played in his career, where I think he'll naturally fit in, whether that is again part of a free back formation or one of the two centre halves besides big Connor Goldson. But I think that's enough talking around the laddie. I think now we'll just naturally drift into the old numbers and stats, because again, it's a stat generation, we all love it, and that's what we're all so focused on. And again, it does help tell you where he is in his career, because he didn't exactly be playing week in and week out for Chelsea, and he's not joined from Chelsea to Rangers. I mean, technically on paper he has, but of course regarding playing football, his most recent season of football was down in the Championship, where he played 28 games in all competition for a Stoke side who didn't have a fantastic year in terms of this and that and playing glorious football, but they had a battle and fighting year, and he was vital to them in that battle. Again, not too much went well for Stoke, but there is a sharp difference in when that laddie played and how they looked defensively, and when he did name for all 28 games. I think if you look online, you see what people are saying about him, the Stoke fans, and the managerial praise that he got. He was vital to them to have the small matter of success that they actually had. And I think the best thing you can give him regarding compliments, if you will, is he brought that level of defensive stability, despite the fact he was not given any stability at all regarding where he played. I mean, this lad, he played right back, which again is his natural position. He played left back, he played centre half, he played left mid and right mid in one game. That's just because of what he can bring defensively to lock down games and lock down opposition players. The guy literally played a you people. Do you know what I mean? It truly has been an astonishing campaign at Stoke, where again he has plied his trade at many areas, and as far as I can see instead of match reviews and what people are saying about him, is he's found success in some capacity in every area of the park he was asked to play. It is a little bit mental, ladies and gentlemen, but again, I would like to see that flexibility just broke back down a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm fine with covering at full back and playing at centre half, but I'm not wanting to see him running about left mid or right mid, because I'll know the game's not going exactly to plan. But moving away from just that incredible, again, campaign at Stoke, he has played a whopping 113 games throughout his entire career. And no, we never discuss B-League or Reserve League or youth football. We take all those numbers away. In terms of top flight football at the highest level, he has played 113 games in which he has 7 goals, 10 assists and 10 yellow cards, having picked up 0 red cards. But with this guy's appetite of sticking the bit in, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be very interesting to see how the referees approach him and treat him up here, as we know they like to get a wee bit card happy. But I think just the fact that he's only been booked 10 times in his career is actually a massive, massive thing, people, and it's a real eye-opener because, yes, it's no a goal and it's no sexy assists or anything like that, but see when you see this lad play and how he plays the game and how much he goes to ground and how much he throws himself about, and yet to sit back and say he's only been booked 10 times, that's because he's incredibly talented at timing those tackles and getting the ball, because the way he would go about, if he wasn't so defensively strong, he'd be picking up a lot more yellows if by the way that he throws himself about. So I know it's no sex in terms of goals and assists, people, but trust me, that stat there, the fact he's only been booked 10 times, is an incredible achievement and the thing that everyone should look away and say, wow, I like the sound of him. Now, something that you might not like the sound of, and you've probably seen a little bit online and seen some people discussing and having their say, is of course his injury history, because now we need to get a wee bit more serious and everything like that, because there was a time, people, just a couple years ago where this laddie was spoke to the very highest hilts. I mean, under Tuchel, he was expected to really go on after impressing so much in pre-season and looking like a standout, but it never quite happened, and of course he did miss a long time through football because of a mysterious illness during the first batch of COVID-19, and that's not me trying to suggest anything when I do this or anything like that, or try and cause an argument or a discussion. It is literally listed as a mysterious illness, not as COVID-19, not as the flu. It's just that no one has any more information on it. All you know is he missed 18 months of football with this illness, and we know it was a career-threatening injury that he had to overcome and battle back for, and the fact he's went ahead and played for Blackpool and played for Stoke after having his career threatened at such a young age is actually something you go back and you look at and say, hell, that's somebody that's got a real determination and real character about them, because it would have been easy to give up, but he's battled the hard way, got back, and maybe took the solace in the fact that he wasn't going to make it now at Chelsea. They weren't going to give him the opportunity because he missed it, but not because of his own fault, but because of the injury. Because there was a time, people, where he was listed and highly regarded, even over the likes of Reece James. It was supposed to be Sterling, it wasn't supposed to be James not too long ago, but the laddie lost his opportunity, and James has went on to become a phenomenal fullback. And look, I'm not sitting here saying we're getting like for like, I'm just saying at that time it was Sterling it was getting all, but the injury has made him stall a little bit there, and James went on to become an incredible football player because he was given opportunities to play that maybe wouldn't have got if Sterling was cutting about. It's a very, very interesting situation, all that, and for me it shows you how cruel football can be, but where it's obviously their loss in a way, it could be potentially our gain, and hopefully he comes up here and he can be a fantastic asset to this club. And just like the Cantwells and everything like that, they've got pedigree, they have had a lot of praise. Now it's time to prove it. Can he grab the game by the scruff of the neck, the likes of Cantwell, and start turning the narrative though that he's a flop for the championship, or he's barely played, or this or this? No one's saying that anymore, because they've seen how the quality that laddie possesses, and I think it'll be something very similar to Sterling, where yes, we have that mysterious injury bug around the place, and yes, he's not played exactly 150 games by the time he's 21 or anything like that, and he's not got the biggest resume in terms of games played, but he has got quality. He is fully fit now, and he's over whatever that illness was that caused him a lot of issues. I mean, the only other injury he had in his career was an ankle injury that he picked up at Blackpool that did end his season towards the end of it, but again, he bounced back and played the season he's just played at Stoke. So the injury crisis and the injury prone stuff tag on him for me is a little bit unfair. Whatever the 18-month illness was obviously serious, and it wasn't exactly like stubbing your toe and being out made a glass. Something seriously went wrong there, but he's battled back, he's ready to play football, and again, he's chose this project when he's had offers for elsewhere for more money. So that's the right type of attitudes I want in the team. I want players to be here and appreciate the fact that they are here, not take it for granted, which if you look at some of our fan favourites over the last couple of years, I think we can all say they did. And if I'm honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've really got to say. Again, he's played the right back, left back, centre back, played once at left mid and once at right mid in his young career, but again, he's primarily a full back, but I can see that centre back option getting used eventually because he is so defensively strong, where again, going forward, I wouldn't say he was that exactly at the best. I wouldn't say even was at a Ridvan level, if you will. Never mind a Tavernier level. That's not normal what Tavernier brings us going forward, people. But again, defensively, he's very, very strong, and it's going to be interesting to see where he does slot in. And I think the fact he has turned down so many offers for elsewhere tells me there's been a conversation there that he's not here to play back up to Tavernier and rotate here or there, or back up at left back if we need, or back up at right. I think he's been told, listen, there's a spot in this team available at centre half. Let's see the lad go ahead and play it. So it's going to be a very interesting summer and where he gets to be played during pre-season. But that is it regarding the latest signing. I'm ecstatically excited about this, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's the exact type of character and just the way he plays the game that we've been lacking. No more soft in the middle or getting beat far too easily. This guy's a bit of a bully, people, and I think you need that on the football part now. And again, what about you? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down there in the old comment section below. Welcome, Mr. Sterling, to the football club, and share your opinions. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise about there not being any career mode. I'm in a little bit of mini hiatus right now. I'm away for a couple of days, so apologies, but I'll make it up to you and make the video longer in the next one. But until the next video, I don't know. Until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dujon. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.